And in Venezuela, the electoral race is entering its final moments. Let's go with our special envoy, Yunus Soner, for the latest details.
Hello, good evening, Anna. Can you hear me?
Hi, Yunus, I can hear you.
Good evening from... Very
Oh,
well. Good evening from Caracas, Venezuela. Today, the Minister of Defense of Venezuela has received a delegation of the Carter Center in the ministry. The delegation comprised of 8 members headed by Jean Lincoln, and she is the Superior Advisor for the Latin American and the Caribbean. The minister received them in his ministry with the warmest words. He said he was very happy to receive them as they were invited by the National Election Council, and he explained the delegation how the process is continuing and specifically the so-called Republic Plan. The Republic Plan means that the armed forces, the Bolivarian National Armed Forces of Venezuela, take care of the security before, during and after the elections. That means they safeguard the voting machines, they watch over the election centers, they protect the citizens while they're on the way to the election centers, and after the election they also take care of the machines when they are being transferred to the National Election Council. So this is called the Republic Plan, and hundreds of thousands of soldiers are being deployed to realize this Republic Plan, and that will happen mainly on July 24, announced the minister, when the official deployment starts, I think with a parade that will take place here in Caracas to finally announce the final stage of the elections. The delegation of the Carter Center was informed about this plan. Remember, the Carter Center has a long history of assisting elections here in Venezuela that started in 1998, and since then the center has joined 7 different elections or referendums here in Venezuela, and it has been known always for providing quite objective reports. For instance, despite general anti-Venezuelan propaganda, the Carter Center in 2006 acknowledged in a public report how safe and trustable the electronic voting system was. And in 2012, the center also published a report stating an increasing confidence by the citizens into this election system generally. That's why the National Election Council has invited them actually to join the elections on July 28 as international watchers. So they were provided today with details of how this Republic Plan works. They will visit other institutions as well. They will also meet with political actors. And the minister, that's something I think noteworthy. The minister also described them how the atmosphere here is. I heard him stating that the atmosphere is full of joy, it's full of enthusiasm, and his ministry is actually looking very much forward to execute this Republic Plan. He repeatedly said that the armed forces love to take part in this plan. He emphasized that it is a civic plan, that the National Election Council has the lead, has the command on this, that they execute the plan in below their command, but that the army loves to assist the voting process. And he also emphasized that they welcome the elections with a democratic mood, and actually they would love even to have more elections, the minister said, as elections are a way that the people of Venezuela express their political will, decide on their government, and that is something, he said, that moves the society away from violence. That was quite noteworthy, that the Minister of Defense really displayed joy and awareness and enthusiasm for the upcoming elections. And of course, he would call anyone to vote there. His counterparts were foreigners, so there were no votes in that reunion at that time. But to underline it, the meeting seems to have been productive. The Carter Center members have not had the press conference afterwards. They just left the meeting after 1.5 hours approximately, and will continue their contacts.
Thank you very much, Yunus, for all your remarks ahead of the presidential elections on July the 28th.